Starting off immediately, I have two very important things to say to Whine about, okay? One, it has come to my attention. It's come to my attention that I have been speaking wrong. Is conversate a word? Okay. A couple episodes ago, I had people in the comments yelling at me about, I knew she dealt with us because she says conversate. And I was like, I didn't know what they meant. I didn't know what that person meant. I was like, conversate's a word, so you're tripping. In my head, I didn't say that in the comment, which thank God, because I'm wrong. Conversate is not a word, apparently. It's converse. My producer just pulled me to the side, was like, that's crazy. You said conversate like 5 different times in your recent episode. It's not a word. So I know y'all are going to love that. Why is it like when I get behind the camera, I can't speak right? I can't conversate right. I asked Kari, y'all know Kari. I asked my other producer engineer, I said, do you say conversate? And he goes, depends on who's in the room. I said, what do you mean? He said, if I'm like in a professional space, I wouldn't say that. Okay, so anyway, welcome back to Adultish Whines. That's the first whine. Number 2 whine, I got something to say. Kari, take this to your management, okay? I just went to the restroom. Somebody used to be doing restroom checks. Have y'all ever worked in a restaurant where you have checks you have to do every 15 minutes or when you close the place down, I just went to the restroom, took a pee. There's no toilet paper. So I had to drip myself out of the restroom. And now I'm sitting here in this podcast chair talking to you. Tell the manager. That's crazy. We need some toilet paper. And if you're not going to be checking the toilet paper, there always needs to be a backup roll on the back, wrapped in that really bad plastic or paper mache shit on the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just too much. Like, what if I had to go number 2? Luckily, I didn't. But what if I did? Okay? Speaking of number 2, remember when that guy accused me of shitting myself in bed after I ate Raisin Canes? I'm getting Raisin Canes after this, and every time I eat Raisin Canes, I talk about him. Oh my God, do we remember that guy? That was crazy. I'm going to share the reel when this episode comes out so y'all can be reminded of the craziness that man was saying. I just really, once again, want to say thank you so much for all the support and the love that I've been receiving recently on Instagram and YouTube. YouTube is a wild place. YouTube is a wild place. I didn't know. It's a jungle I didn't know was out there, and I like it. It's a rainforest. It's lovely. It's refreshing. People are funny on YouTube. The comments are funny. So I appreciate y'all. Stick around and don't act brand new because we're going to be having some live events. By we're, I mean me. Adultish Whines is going to be having some live events soon. It's been on my 2025 to-do list, my personal goal list for a while. We did one for my 100th episode back in, oh my gosh, it's almost been a year, back in July of 2024. So we're going to be starting with that up again. Some smaller, some medium sized, some big. Okay. So don't act brand new. If you're in Houston, pay attention for when we do our next live event. Obviously, stay up to date on my Instagram at Adultish Whines. Okay, we're in a little bit of a transition with my hair and my nails. Okay, I want to go back to what I had like last year with my hair. So we might be a little darker than we wanted. I might be a little too blonde up front. Like, there's some things going on. So like, mind your business. The nails, I went a little crazy with the length. It's hard to type. It's hard to do things. It's hard to wipe, actually, speaking of. Picking up dog poo in that bag. Whoo, you better be careful that this nail doesn't poke through that poop bag. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. If you know, you know. I am drinking Aveline Sauvignon Blanc, which is Cameron Diaz's wine. I had a Whiner submit this to me because I was talking about Nice Winery wine a few episodes ago and how it's like vegan and gluten-free and this. And they said, have you tried Aveline? And I said, no, I've been seeing it on Instagram. I haven't tried it. They said, you got to try it. And Cameron Diaz is so cute. I mean, the sweetest thing, the mask, like she's married to one of the Madden brothers, Benji or Joel, I don't know, but either one is good in my book. So cute. That's the kind of white man I like. Grungy, tattooed, kind of dirty. Do they shower? Not sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, So it's actually pretty good. I've only had a couple sips, but I'm sensitive to Sauvignon Blancs that are like from New Zealand. They're a little too tart. This is obviously from California. It's organic grapes. So shout out to Cameron Diaz. Shout out to Benji or Joel Madden. Whichever one she's married to. The other one is married to Nicole Richie. So that's great too. But anyway, no, this is really good, really tasty, really fine, really crisp. And listen, like, I ain't no wine expert. I just like the taste. I like the way it makes me feel. We're vibing. I also feel like I am exhausted. There's been so much going on with the new production, the new set. As you can see, a couple things might have changed, but we're just ongoing. Like, we might even get like a different chair next time. I'm not sure. We had different chairs that just like were too low. They didn't work. So I'm just exhausted. It's been a lot of work. I'm working with a new producer. He's very nice. No, he is. He's super cool. I really like him. But yeah, it's just been like really taxing. Like, it's just like, it's kind of like therapy for podcasting, if you will. He's kind of taking me through this like crazy little journey. So it's been good. But I also have to say that like that goes into like, you all know I bought a house a couple months ago, and the house journey alone is so exhausting. I guess I thought that it would be, but I didn't really understand. And I'm happy to be doing it on my own. I feel so proud of myself, but like, I got to get into that in a little bit because there's just a lot going on. There's decisions to be made every day, and it's just like, don't catch me making a decision. First, we're going to do Whines of the Week. And these are, I related with these ones again. Like, I usually pick some out of the crowd that I'm like, yeah, maybe I should pick some that I'm like, no, actually. But anyway, the first one is, and these were submitted on, every Wednesday I do a Whine of the Week on my stories on @Adulterous Wine's Instagram. So if you want to submit yours, you can do that there. This one says, starting in a new gym feels like the first day of school. I so agree. I just started a new gym, so I definitely agree. What is it about it? Like, why does it seem so foreign? Why can't we just go in and, like, for example, I get it. I get this. I get what you're saying, because you go in and you're trying to move around where the thingamabob goes, and people are looking at you wrong, and are you almost done with that machine? Because I'm up and I want to use it and get out of my way. And then, like, there's just, it's an intimidating culture. That is really why I prefer personal training. Shout out Jared Seahorn. Oh my God, I just am so sad every day that my bank account can't afford you anymore. So I'm at Gold's Gym, and it's fine. I actually really like it. The vibes are good. The lighting, it's like coffee shop vibes in Gold's Gym, the location that I'm at. Overall, it's been good, but like, I go to the corner, I go to the back, I go to the room. Like, you are not going to find me out in the Gen Pop, okay? That's where shit goes down. That's where there's, yeah, bro, get it, bro, another one. Not me. I'm going to be in the reserved seating, if you will. I don't know what you want to call it, but like, I'm in there with other girls. I'm in there with a few guys, actually. I'm into it. But anyway, it's still intimidating because I'm just like, where's that thing that I need to do this exercise? Or that thing's being used, like I have to find a new friggin', instead of a, I don't even know what they're called. See, that's the whole point. Instead of a step up, I'm using a box. Or instead of a medicine ball, I'm using what's the weight that you put on the end of a rod? You know, it's round, it has a hole, it goes on the stick. A plate. If a medicine ball isn't being used, I'm using a plate. So it's like, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I went recently with my friend Gabby, shout out, and she just was like a girly pop going through the gym, and she commanded the room. All of the machines that she was taking me through were being used. And she was like, I was like, well, what are we going to, like, should we switch our entire workout, basically? Like, should we just do something else? Should we just actually go? Should we go get some wine? And she's like, no, I'm going to go tell him to tap us when he's done because it gets crazy in here. And if you're not next up, you're last, baby. I'm in. She went over and said, hey, how many more sets do you guys have? Can you let us know when we're done? She came back over to me and she's like, we're going to be after them. I'm like, okay, boss babe. I liked it. So it does feel like the first day of school, but guess what is the same as the first day of school? You have a second day of school, you have a third day of school, and then at the end, you're senioritis, and you're ready to get the fuck out of there. So I agree, but it changes. The hardest part is getting started. So just get started, get your foot in the door, and then walk out the first time. You know what I'm saying? The second time, go a little further. Maybe one time you'll catch me in the gen pop with all the prisoners. I mean, the men who are crazy about their workouts. The other one was not realizing how much stuff I had until I moved. Preach. Somebody sing a song about this. Not really realizing how much stuff I had moved. I lived in a 50 square foot apartment. Now I'm living in a 1,700 square foot apartment. First of all, I found clothes that I didn't even know I used to have. Like, I used to have the tiniest closets. I was just not really, like, wearing. I didn't know I had stuff to wear. I spread it all out. I've got outfits for days, honey. I've been repeating outfits, not anymore. Well, still, because I do love that. But no, it's been so fun seeing all the stuff that I didn't know I had, but also how much stuff I had. When I had those movers come, shout out, oh my God, what's their name? They were amazing. I didn't know. Like, I was like, oh, 2-bedroom apartment, so small. One's an office. Like, it's nothing. It'll take you 2 seconds. And they did go really fast, but where was all that stuff hiding? Not under my bed. Like, you just accumulate so much shit. So I definitely feel you on that. Okay. Reminder. I bought my first home 3 months ago. We did it. That's the end of the story. You know what I mean? Like, where do we go from here? Like, I bought my home, and now I'm a slave to my home. I'm scared to do anything because of the bills from my home. I told you about the leak through the ceiling with Pedro's bath. Like, it's just, I feel so proud of myself. I really do. Like, what an accomplishment. I remember filming the episode 2.5, 3 months ago saying, I bought a home on my own, no cosigner. Like, I am the shit. I felt really, really good. And it's like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Oh my God. No, I am happy I did it. But it's like, it's probably medium feeling happy and proud of myself, but medium feeling, I wish I was doing it with somebody. I don't know if that's necessarily a partner, like, in life. Like, yeah, that would be cool. But also it's like, I want the couch there and you want it there. And so I'm happy I can just put the couch where I want it, you know? But like, I'm really craving, like, some input, some help, some opinion, some guidance from a human. Because Pedro doesn't speak. And so I'm just at a loss. I feel like I'm having decision paralysis to the max. For example, like, I can make these big purchases, but something that I know I need that cost me $39.99, like right now, I've been trying to order this for probably over a week. A mattress protector. It's $40. Why can't I pick it? Why can't I do it? Which one's better? I'm reading the reviews. Why do I care so much? I can get another one if it's terrible. What am I so worried about the mattress protecting even? Like, why am I making these little things such a big deal? Bigger things, curtains. You know about the curtain drama. I won't bring you through that again, but like, do I want curtains? Do I want shades? Do I want blinds? Do I want custom? Should I do something temporary because I might want to change it later? What color do I want to do because what is the theme? Well, that doesn't match with my Pinterest board. Like, there's too much square footage in the house for not enough square footage in the brain is what I feel like. It's all crashing in on me. And I know that people say, take your time, take your time, take your time. But like, I do want to decorate my house, but I just can't make any decisions. My bed. I finally bought my bed. When I moved in, I moved my original bed into the guest room so I wouldn't have to like refinagle the thing. Thank goodness. So I've been sleeping on my guest bed, a queen. I was like, great, my bedroom is big enough for a king. Let's do this. Do I want a king? Do I want a cow king? How do I make that decision? My producer told me that getting a cow king, it could be assumed that I'm a madam. He just told me that when we were talking about the episode. Thank God I didn't get a cow king. But I also wasn't going to have like satin sheets and shit like that and like machinery hanging from the ceiling. But thankfully I didn't. Anyway, I got a king because I'm like, I'm 5'10", so I want room. Cow king is very long. Should I be thinking about my husband? No, because if I get a husband and he's too long for this bed, he can get a new bed. So I went with the king. But like then for that, do you want the regular king bedspread? Do you want the oversized king bedspread? Like there's just too many options and people have different preferences. And why can't I just go with my preferences? And then along that, like getting that bed frame up my stairs by myself, flipping it like a tire at a CrossFit match. That when you open the mattress, it flips the hell out on you on the bed. Like putting together, by the way, I am not Bob the Builder. Putting together the bed frame. It probably took me 6 hours. 3 hours one night, 3 hours the next night. I got 2 dogs that are all up in my business. One actually shit on the carpet while I was doing it. Like, what am I doing? I feel like I'm doing this all alone. And it makes me feel a little sad. A little lonely. But those are just the small moments. The overwhelming moment is happiness and pride. But yeah, I'm not a machine. I have feelings. I feel sad that I'm doing this alone. I feel sad that I'm decorating alone. And I think it's because I did everything, like growing up was chaotic. Like I had my 3 sisters, but we were always kind of scheming. We were always looking for one person to lead and help and give an opinion or see what the best route to do was to get maybe us on the right track or not in trouble or help our mom or our grandparents do something. And so I feel like that, like I'm missing that like validation or that confirmation that I'm doing stuff. Like I just don't have anyone telling me that's the right thing to do. I ask someone 2 questions and they can tell me 1. No one's telling me that. Like, I'm never asking people about my outfit. I'm never needing a second opinion on my outfit. I'm going to wear whatever crazy thing I want to wear. I feel like that's completely different. But it's interesting that I don't feel that need for validation or appreciation in that way. Like, I'm like, I'm the shit. But for my house, maybe because it's such a big girl thing and, like, I really shouldn't be here, that, like, why? How did I do this? How did I do this on my own? That I feel like I need someone to, like, be there with me. So it's been interesting. Yeah, but it makes me think back to how maybe a year or so ago I would not be caught dead asking for help. I'm hanging off the cliff. I'm falling before I ask you for help. Like, I would rather die than look weak and ask for help. And good God, all I want is some help now. My therapist would say I've grown. She would. Putting that bed together, I was stuck under the bed frame. It's one of those hydraulic things where you can store things under it. I was under my bed frame and it was closing in on me. Every single one of these freaking instructions papers say mandatory 2-person job, 2-person job, 2 people required to put this together. And I just kept thinking, I am one. Like, it was really crazy. But again, at the end of the day, I'm so proud. But like the home issues too, like the leaks here, there, the running toilets. Speaking of, I walked out of my house yesterday with my girlfriend and she's like, is your water, like your thing leaking water? My water shut off is just dripping running water. Who am I calling for that? The HOA? The warranty? the plumbers, the insurance. I feel like, you avoid calling the cable company or the internet company or going to the DMV by all means. I feel like I have to do that every day. I'm deciding which one is the evil. Am I calling the cable company, the insurance? Like, it just feels like an absolute dreaded task every single day. And if I had somebody doing it with me, I could let them do that task. We could share the burden. It would be teamwork, not one. So what I really wish is that I could, above all that, I really wish that I had more money than I do and that I could hire somebody to tell them what I want. Much like I did for this studio, actually. Give them the color scheme, the vibe, some keywords. Bam. That's what I wanted. Can I do that for my home? I know that's called an interior designer, but how much do they cost? No, that would be best case scenario. Someone to help me do this. And I am starting to lean on my friend. She was just over. I was asking her about the organizational system. She has her own company. I said, can you help me with this? She said, I got you. I'll come over and measure and I'll place the order for you. Okay. I just want them clear and then you do the rest. I don't want any other decision about them. So there's a difference between needing input and opinions or needing the help. And how about this? How about I want help, not I need help? My therapist would probably say that's backtracking, but we all got to do what we got to do. But anyway, check on your friends who are new homeowners. Please, check on me. That's what I'm asking. Actually, the support system has been absolutely lovely. My friends have come over consistently with themselves, food, their boyfriends, helping me out, hanging things, plumbing things. So it has been really nice. I do feel alone, but I do have a lot of people around me. So thank you for that. I'm just being dramatic, per usual. Okay, it's time for Whiner Fine. And I chose Whiner Fines based on in change. We're in change, decision paralysis kind of vibes. So Whiner Fine is you like something or you don't. Whine is you hate it. Fine is you like it. So needing a friend's opinion on everything, even your outfit. I am not getting... It's a fine for me, but I'm not participating in that. I have a friend, you know who you are. If we're going out for drinks at 7 p.m., at 11 a.m., she says, what are you wearing tonight? I have no idea. I'm not going to know until 6:40. I'm putting on whatever makes me feel good, and I'll be on time, but I'm going through a couple different outfits, and I'm being creative. I'm putting something fun on. I'm not trying to fit a vibe. I'm putting on whatever I feel right in. But she buys outfits outfits with the shoe, with the purse, they all go together. And that's fine. That's fine. Everyone's different. For me, I'm not participating in that. I don't know. See, why do I not care about that opinion, but I need others? Being a human is crazy. Doing nothing because there are too many choices. Whiner Fine. This is what I call decision paralysis. And this is what I've been doing. I've been needing to do something and there's too many choices, and so I just don't do anything at all. I don't know that it's a whine or fine. I think that it could be good and it could be bad. It could be negative. It could be positive. Doing nothing means I'm not making rash decisions. I'm not taking impulsive decisions. But then I'm just delaying the inevitable. If there's things that I need, right now, I know I need more closet hooks for my jeans. I can't press purchase. They're $12. What's wrong with me? I'm going to say it's a whine. Okay. Being the go-to strong friend when you're exhausted too. It's a whine. It's a whine. I think I'm pretty past that. I used to be that. I used to not set boundaries. It's so important to put those boundaries up, y'all. Oh, no. I can't be brought back to that space. I was so exhausted. I was a shell of myself. You can still be a strong friend when you're going through something, but you don't need to be that involved. You don't need to be that first person, that immediate responder or immediate fixer to the problem. So make sure that you're looking out for you. It's a whine. Don't be the go-to strong friend if you don't have the time, the capacity for it. Whiner fine making a pros cons list after a first date. I saw this. I saw a TikTok about this. I'm kind of into it. Like, why not get your thoughts down on paper after a first date, after a second date? Really go through those, dive deep. Did you like this? Did you like that? No. Why? Ask yourself why. Or tell yourself to be open to it. Like, if it's not that big of a deal, be open to it. I think it's a great idea. Instead of going to your friends and bitching about the date or talking about the date in that way, like, maybe do it in a more constructive way to have future success. So I think it's fine for me. Yeah, I'm into it. I need to tell you guys that I mentioned my personal to-do list earlier, or my personal goal list for 2025. And on there is like traveling to new cities, new states, new countries, flying first class. We'll see about that. I don't know. But I am about to be an outside bitch this summer. Not in the streets. Not in the streets. I'm going camping. Yay. I haven't been camping in years. And it's going to be in a house. Like, it's not in a tent. So we're really not even like doing the full camping, but it's as close as we're getting. None of my friends out here will camp. So that's what I'm about to be doing the next couple weekends. Maybe I should get myself back out in the real streets. Maybe I should go back outside. I feel like I kind of retired from the streets and then I'm making a comeback. Who's done that in sports? Like, who? Jordan. Michael Jordan. Yeah. Call me Michael Jordan. Maybe I'm coming back out to the streets. Do you guys remember when COVID was happening? When I had COVID, I watched that documentary and then I went out and bought a basketball and played basketball every day because that's the only thing I could do is be outside and get fresh air. And like, I'm a basketball player. So yeah, I am Michael Jordan. Like Mike. Okay, that's the end of the solo whine rant. Submit your whine while you're following along on YouTube, when you're in the comments on Spotify, Apple. I'll feature you. I'll start saying y'all's names so you can get the cred. Like, subscribe. Oh, what wine should I drink next? So one of you suggested that I try this Aveline because of the organic grapes, and I like the Nice Winery one because it was gluten-free and vegan, which I didn't even know what that meant, but it means that sometimes they put fish eggs in your wine, which, like, I like caviar, so that's fine. But anyway, what wine should I try next? What wine are you drinking? Let me know, and I'll see you next Thursday. Love you. Bye.